Ready, Lauren?
Yes.
All right. Well, just how was it out there? I mean, playing against Sydney, which had to be a little bit weird too.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for having me. But yes, it is a little weird always playing against somebody that I used to play with in high school. But we're competitive, and so it was fun to play out there again with her on the court.
And then for you guys, it seemed like it was a big third quarter. Did Coach have a pretty important message at halftime that woke you guys up?
To get some energy. I think that we were kind of moving a little slow out there, so I think we really just had to pick up the energy on offense and defense to kind of get us going and to get us going on the run. So that was our main focus coming out of the half.
And it seemed like the rebounding got better. And when the rebounding got better, everything else got better.
Yes, that's exactly how we think. Once you rebound, you can go, you stop, their transition, and we can go on transition ourselves. So rebounding is really one of the things that gives us energy and a boost on the court.
You guys are still kind of trying to find that scorer, that go-to player, but the defense remains the same. Is that important to just keep that defensive intensity high?
Yes, I think defense creates offense anytime. So even though we may not have that one person to go to, we all can score. So anybody who has the ball at that time can score, and we all have the ability to. So I think just on defense, if we can create from our energy, and that'll just create offense for us, we can all just play a part in it.
Regardless of opponent, how important is it to pick up a win at home?
It's very important. I think it just gives us some energy and some morale going into the next game. So I'm glad we got to get this win in front of our home crowd. So it's really good for us, and we'll keep practicing and take it into our next game. Thank you for having me. Go Cougars!
And you act like a junior, you act like you're all Buscher on me and everything.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren. So a little sluggish in the first half, but girls came out with a lot more energy there to start the third quarter.
They really did. I thought the last 4 minutes of the second quarter, we got our defense going, and I thought we made a difference in the game going into halftime, because before that it was just, I thought the tempo was not in our favor. It was just kind of slow and methodical, and I thought we were letting them pass around and do some things on the offensive end. But once we got our energy going, and really, I thought it was our defense and rebounding got us to some good transition baskets, and it's amazing when you get a couple good transition baskets how good your defense gets at the other end.
And with a team like Umsel coming over here across the river, I mean, the longer they stay in the game, the more confidence they get. So how important was it to kind of get that run going to get some separation?
Well, I think it's huge. It doesn't matter, really, whoever your opponent is, the longer someone stays in the game, it's going to be a shot, it's going to be a call, it could go down to anything. You never want to let things stay that tight, because someone can get hot, they can throw stuff up, it can go in, it doesn't matter. You want to be able to dictate, and that's where I thought we made a difference in the second half, is really, especially in that third quarter, is dictating defensively. I thought we made it really tough for them to get shots. I thought they took shots that maybe they didn't like as much, and then we really blocked out and did a much better job on the boards in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think the rebounding edge was only 2 at halftime, and there's 16 for the game, so a huge difference there in the second half.
I thought we played with a lot more energy. I think that's the biggest thing, especially at this time of the year. We've got, and there's never an excuse for anything, but we've got kids going into finals. They've got a lot of things on their plate. But when they step out here for the 40 minutes that they can control out here, we need to give them as much energy as we can and just kind of play. But I really thought we didn't do that in the first quarter, and probably the first 5 minutes of the second quarter. Well, okay, maybe a little longer. But then toward that tail end of that second quarter, for the rest of the game, I thought we came out with a lot better energy. Got a lot of people some minutes tonight, can show them some good things, some bad things, indifferent, and kind of move on and get ready for finals and then our next opponent.
And Micah Jones has some good points off the bench for you.
And we needed that. We needed Micah to come in. She's been struggling lately. Really, she hasn't been an offensive threat lately. And those of us that know Micah know that she's an offensive threat. Like, we know Micah can score. So it was really nice to see her, because she's kind of been in that little funk a little bit and not doing as good of a job on the offensive end scoring as she can. And I thought tonight she really picked it up and helped us out.
And Lauren, just another kind of complete game. I mean, being a guard, she's all over the glass also.
And I asked an awful lot of her. I put her on the best defensive player, so she's got, the toughest defensive assignment. I've got her running the floor as hard as she can, making her go in to rebound. I mean, she's putting an awful lot of effort plays out there for us, and I thought she did a great job in that second quarter too, and even to start the third. I didn't think they had anybody out there that could stop her attacking the basket.
All right.
As you guys go on the road for the next 3 games, what are some of the things you're going to look to maybe improve on for that road swing?
I think the biggest thing, and what I was talking to him about tonight, is just our sharpness and being more efficient on the offensive end. I feel like one of our strengths is that we don't have any one key player that you can key on. We have a lot of different people that can score, but in order to allow those people to score, we need to be a little bit sharper on the offensive end. We need to set better screens. We need to cut. We need to find, sometimes it's just the timing of cuts within our offense. And if we do that, I think we're going to be a real big threat. And I think the other thing is just staying honest about energy and defense. I think the games are won, especially games on the road, are going to be run on the defensive end and rebounding.
Perfect.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Coach.
Thanks.
So, off the record now, Don Shell in trouble in the first